There are so many things you can do to improve your Etsy shop, like it's almost endless. Today, I want to give you 10 tweaks that you can make without too much effort in order to improve your Etsy shop, get more views, and then hopefully more sales. I've been selling on Etsy since 2008. It's actually how I started my handmade business, and I still sell there to this day successfully. So I've learned a lot about how Etsy works over the years, and I've also worked with thousands of other makers via my business Create and Thrive and the Thriver Circle, helping them work out how to have a successful online handmade business. I've also worked with Etsy in the past. I was part of their Etsy resolution program back in the mid-2010s, where we did like a Kickstart of the Year program here in Australia. And I also worked with them last year as part of the Etsy U program. And you can find a couple of really long, in-depth Etsy U workshops, and the content in those workshops is from Etsy, and I'm delivering that to you. So you can find that here on my channel. Just look for the Etsy U section, and you'll see all of those workshops. There's one on SEO, there's one on photography, and there's a couple more as well. So those are really in-depth workshops on a topic. But today I just want to give you 10 quick tweaks that you can make that you might not have thought of that will improve your Etsy store. A couple of these tips are really SEO tips, so search engine optimization, working with the Etsy search algorithm. Honestly, that's how I get the majority of my traffic on Etsy, and I really strongly encourage anyone who uses Etsy to work hard on their SEO. I've actually got a cheat sheet available, and I'll put the link to that in the description below. It's like 2 pages, and it just gives you all the little tips and tricks about how to easily improve your Etsy SEO. There's a lot of little sort of nuggets of knowledge there that you might not know about how to just make little changes to your store in order to improve your SEO. So that's available for free. Link is below in the description. Just look for the Etsy SEO cheat sheet. And obviously I have that whole Etsy U workshop all about Etsy SEO as well. So make sure to go watch that. I'll pop a card here, a link for that, so you can check that out as well. Later on in the video, I also want to tell you about my upcoming course, Setup Shop. I've been running Setup Shop since 2013, and every year I update it. And basically the idea of Setup Shop is it's a quick start for your online handmade business. It's a 30-day intensive course. You get a lesson a day for 30 days. And it's not Etsy specific. It works no matter what platform you want to set up on. And I just take you through every single step sequentially that you need to take to set up a really awesome online shop. So that's happening the 1st of March 2021 is the next time the course is running. And if you're watching this in the future, I usually run it twice a year. So if you get on my mailing list, you'll find out the next time that the course is running. I'll tell you more about the course later in the video, but I just wanted to let you know that's happening in case you would love to get your online shop, your Etsy shop or Shopify or WooCommerce, whatever, it doesn't matter, up and running, and make sure you don't make all of the classic mistakes that I see my students making over and over again. This will solve that and stop you from making all of those mistakes, and make sure that when you launch your shop, or it's also used for a lot of people, by a lot of people as an overhaul, it'll make sure that you're doing everything right first time. So link for that is in the description as well, and I'll tell you more about the course at the end of the video. For now, let's get started with our 10 tweaks for our Etsy shops. Number 1 is to make sure that you do SEO friendly shop sections. So those are the categories on the side of your shop. People sometimes give them sort of fanciful names. Don't do that. This is actually really good. People like these are searchable and they can come up. So make sure that you actually use search engine optimization friendly titles here. So if you look in my shop, I'll have like specific keywords in there related to the different products I make, like, you know, simple sterling silver earrings or oxidized wedding rings. So don't use fanciful language here, and that goes for anything when it comes to search engine optimization. Remember to use descriptive language. Always remember and think about what would a customer type into a search bar to find the thing I'm selling. Those are the sort of words you want to be using. So make sure that your shop sections actually reflect that, and they are very descriptive and tell people exactly what is in each section. My cat has decided to meow right now. Oh my God. The second thing to do is fill in your FAQ and about shop sections. So your about section and your policy sections, if you have these filled in properly, they actually help to boost your shop in Etsy search. they actually give you a little boost if you have those sections filled in. So make sure to have the policies and your about section filled in. And your FAQs are also incredibly useful because they help your customers by answering their questions before they've had to email you. So don't be afraid to fill up those FAQs with anything that your customers might need to know about shipping, about caring for their products, all of those sorts of things. And basically, if you don't know what they're going to be, go look at other people's shops who sell similar things to you, have a look at their policies, have a look at their FAQs, and you'll probably see, oh, those are the sorts of questions I'm going to be getting from my customers. So you can use that as a guide for what you're going to be putting in your own FAQ sections. And not only that, a well fleshed out about section in your shop just really personalizes your shop, and it helps your customers to connect with you and know you're a real person and know what you're all about. So don't leave those sections blank. Make sure you have some nice photos in there. You can even put a video in your about section, and make sure you've got a description there about, why people will love your work and why you love your work and why you do it. The third thing, and this really revolutionized my business, is to send a personal thank you note to every single customer who buys from you. Nick and I are both amazed at the amount of Etsy sellers who do not do this. I've been doing it for a very long time, and we buy stuff on Etsy quite regularly. And so many people just don't do this. Like, all you get is the generic sales, invoice email, and then you get a generic, your item has been shipped email. You're really missing an opportunity here to make a personal connection with your customer. I mean, why do people shop on Etsy? They shop there because they want to buy handmade. They want to buy something special and personal. So take it that extra step, spend a minute or two and send them a personal thank you message. I just use the inbuilt Etsy messaging system, and I have pro forma messages. So I have the messages all written out, saved in my snippets, which is something you can do in Etsy, saved in my snippets, and I have a different one for domestic customers and international customers. And all I need to do is copy that, put it in there, and then personalize their name and any details about their order, and then send that off through. I have a blog post about that. I'll put the link to that in the description below, where I show you exactly what I say. And my message is really long. It's like 5 paragraphs long. I actually have an entire workshop about this in my membership community, the Thriver Circle, where I teach my students exactly how to craft this message in order to get the best response from their customers. And I've had a lot of people tell me it's really made a huge difference to their business. So really, really strongly recommend you do this, because it's so brilliant. You get that personal connection. The amount of people who'll email you back and tell you why they're buying the item, or just say thank you, so glad to be supporting your small business, is really, really powerful. So that's a really simple thing you can do that'll make a big difference. Okay, I had to get a glass of water. My voice obviously decided today is not its day. Let's continue, shall we? Okay, so number 4 is to ensure your banner, your avatar, and your logo are all complementary and work well to reflect your brand. Now, you can easily make a banner in something like Canva for free. Your profile photo and your logo, they should all be similar. Like, they should all reflect the colors of your brand, the feel of your brand. They shouldn't be 3 completely disparate things. So make sure that those 3 things all gel together and look really good, and that'll put a really good first impression of your shop across to people, because that's the first thing they see when they land there, is the banner and your avatar and your logo. Now, just to clarify, the avatar is your personal Etsy profile picture, and your logo is your shop logo. And if you just look at the shop, you'll see those 3 different sections. The next thing is your shop title. Make sure that your shop title uses keywords. Make sure it's basically packed full of keywords that people might use to find your shop. So I'll show a picture here, if I haven't already, of what the shop title is and where it lives. So you can easily edit this, and basically you should have by this stage hopefully brainstormed the main keywords for your business and your brand, the main things that your business is all about. So for me, it's eco, sterling silver, simple, modern, minimalist. Those are all words that reflect the Ethereal brand, and so those are the sorts of words I'm going to be whacking into that title. Don't just put like a list of words though. Make it a sentence, make it readable by a human being, but just pack in as many of those keywords as possible. Can you hear my cat? He's an unhappy kitty right now. Okay, cat has been sequestered. Let's continue. All right, so number 6 is do the work to put your shipping profiles together. Do not expect a customer to email you for a shipping quote. I see a lot of people do this, especially people with, hard to pack or heavy or awkward things. Maybe if you have like furniture that's enormous, potentially that might be the situation, but honestly, you should be able to figure that out too. It's so easy now to figure out what the shipping cost for something's going to be. You just go to your shipping service and you enter in the weight and dimensions, and it will give you a cost, a domestic cost, an international cost. So do the work to figure out the shipping costs for your items and then put it into your shipping profiles. This is really important because you want to reduce the friction that people go through to check out in your shop, okay? So what you want to do is you want to make it as easy and frictionless as possible. So by making anyone contact you for shipping quotes, you're just slamming down a barrier there, because they literally cannot check out without actually messaging you and getting a shipping quote. So I really strongly recommend you avoid this. It just makes life a lot easier for your customer, and you're way more likely to get sales, because an enormous amount of people will just abandon your shop at this point and move on and find a shop that has shipping already calculated for them. Number 7, this is another SEO tip, and it's a good one. You don't need to waste time in titles and tags with plurals or regional spellings. The Etsy algorithm is actually so smart that it can just fix this for you. So for example, shoe or shoes, diary or diaries. You can just put either one, and whatever someone searches for, Etsy will show your result. So if someone searches for diary and you've put diaries as your tag, it will show your item as if you had put diary, which is really great. And regional spellings is another one. This is really great for someone like me who, we work in Australian English, which is the same as British English, but is very different in a lot of words to American English. So things like jewelry is spelt 2 completely different ways in American English and Australian English. I don't need to worry about that. I can just put whichever version I want, and the search will pick it up as if it was the other version. So this is a really good tip to know, so you don't waste time repeating. I used to do this. I used to put both spellings in back in the day when you had to. So it's great because you don't have to waste titles or space in your title or in your tags doing this regional variation. Another thing to note is that if you make a common spelling mistake in your titles or tags, hopefully you don't, but if you do, again, the algorithm is very clever, and generally speaking, it will know what you were trying to write, and it will still show your stuff in search, which is awesome. But yeah, try not to make spelling mistakes, because that just doesn't look professional. Number 8 is that your description does not count towards your Etsy SEO. So Etsy search doesn't use your item description to serve your item to people in search, but Google and other search engines do actually use it. So don't neglect it. Make sure that that first few sentences in your description is keyword rich, so that you can rank well in off Etsy search platforms like Google, because they will use that space. So don't waste that space again with flowery language in that first sentence or 2 of your description. Make sure it's descriptive, keyword rich, but still written for a human. Don't just chuck a whole bunch of keywords there. Make sure it's still written for a human to read coherently. And there's an art in putting that together. I mean, go have a look at maybe some of my descriptions in my shops. I'll find an example here and pop it up on the screen and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now the other cat is meowing. Can you hear that? Hi. Number 9 is a key in business in general, but I want to throw it in here because it's an easy one to do, and that is under promise and over deliver. Under promise and over deliver. Don't do the opposite. The opposite is over promising and under delivering, and that will leave you with unhappy customers. I'll give you an example. If your processing time is, say it takes you normally 3 to 5 days to make something, make your processing time at the upper end of that, or even a bit longer. So maybe 7 days, because when your customers end up getting their items faster than they anticipated, they will say, oh, this shop is really fast. They ship fast, blah, blah, blah. It's all about expectation. So I get this quite often. Like my production time is 1 to 2 weeks. That's production time before I've even shipped my order. And I often get reviews that say, this shop was really fast, okay? Because I've set the expectation that it's gonna take, you know, a good whack of time. And do the same with your shipping delivery times. So set your shipping, how long it's gonna take for something to ship to people, longer, or at the very top end of how long it's supposed to take. Because again, you're under promising, but you're over delivering. Say, you know, your production time is 1 to 2 weeks and your shipping time is 2 to 4 weeks, and the person gets their stuff in 3 weeks, they're gonna be like, wow, that was really quick, that's awesome. So that's what you wanna do. Make sure with whatever you do in your business, any aspect of it, make sure to under promise and over deliver rather than doing the opposite. Meow. Meow. And finally, number 10, make sure to fill in all your attributes and everything in your product listing. So all those little options they give you for attributes, don't miss them, because every single one of those acts as if it's a tag for your shop. So make sure to take advantage of all of those attributes, fill them all in, because that gives you more tags, and more tags means more opportunities for people to find your shop in search, and that is what you want to happen. Okay, so and also at the top of that, you've got the ability to put your product in a particular category. Make sure you drill down there and put it at the most specific category you can, because the deeper you go into the categories, your item will still show up on all of the higher level categories, but if you don't put it in a deep level category, it won't show up in there. So make sure to go as deep as you can with the categories, because again, that gives it more of a chance to show up in those areas. So that is my final tip, 10 quick tips of things you can do to improve your Etsy shop, get more customers, get more sales, and make the customers you have even happier than they already were. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm know that people are valuing this, and that might show it to some other people. And also subscribe to my channel if you have a handmade business and you'd like more tips and tricks about how to improve your handmade business. And I also talk about self-employment, health and happiness topics on this channel. So it's a bit more broad than just handmade business, but that is one of the core things that I talk about every single month on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you'd like to know more about my Setup Shop course, again, the link is in the description below. So we cover a whole bunch of topics. You know, we're covering titles, tags, descriptions. We start off by, you know, helping you work out, are you selling the right things? Should you be doing something a little bit different? Have you done the maths to work out if you can make the money you want to make? We talk about pricing. We talk about, did I say photography? Probably. And a whole bunch of other aspects of handmade business. So I cover a lot in that course in a short period of time. I've taken over 1,000 makers through this system over the years, and I would love for you to join us. So head on over to createandthrive.com/setupshop to find out more about that, and hopefully join us. We start on the 1st of March 2021. Thanks again for being here. It's great to have you with me. Let me know in the comments if any of these particular tips or tricks were an aha moment for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. This is trouble number 1. This is Teddy. Say hi, Teddy. And he was the one who needed to be sequestered during this video in Nick's office, because Nick was out, and Teddy does not like it when Nick is not home. Do you? No. So fluffy. So this is trouble number 2. This is Alice. Say hi, Alice. She is the high-pitched lady cat that you heard in the second part of the video. Here you go. That's my water. No, don't drink that. And just, no, don't drink that.